Hello, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber, coming to you on YouTube Live. Welcome back, everybody. If this is your first time here and you think you want to learn a little bit more about plumbing, you want to hear other plumbers and apprentices' opinions, or you just want a freaking crazy channel to hang out on, this may be the place for you. I tell you what, everybody here, the people that are in here, look, love y'all, glad to be back. God, man, it's been a while. So happy to be here. And I'm really grateful for each and every one of you for being here. But look, if you want to learn how to be better at what you do, be more in control, man, just have a complete hand on everything that you do, this is a great place to come. If you ended up here because you were looking for something plumbing, you may want to jump back over into the YouTube channel, get over there, find the video you were looking for. But then again, you may want to watch this. There's apprentices, plumbers, plumbing company owners, people that want to own their own company. We have all kinds of people in here trying to get it all figured out. So it's not just me and my information. There's a lot of people that come in here. I'm going to jump into the chat and see how everybody's doing. I hope everybody has had a great week. Already got lots of comments here, so let me run through here real quick. Man, I love this. I'll tell you what, and if y'all don't know, I use StreamYard. People ask me all the time, Roger, what is it you use that makes it so easy? StreamYard is phenomenal. Gives me all the cool stuff to do what I do. Put banners up, stuff like that. Man, I just have fun. Anyway, I'm going to go back through the chat real quick. Joe T, HVACR, how are you? Good to have you in here. Tyler Heiss, how we doing? Rob Wenzel, good evening to you. And it's early evening here. Man, I'm ready for it. If you're in here right now, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. Tell me where you're at and what you do. Where are you located? Are you a plumber, an HVAC tech, a roofer, a landscaper, a drug dealer? No, not really, just joking. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what you do and how you ended up here. How'd you find this channel? Editor Grayson in the house says, howdy tuber turds. Show our support and drop a big like. Yeah, if you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, go to somebody else's channel and give them a thumbs down. I'm joking. Richie Reuter, what's up? Good to see you in here. I believe it's been a while. Jake Y just got a call back for a plumbing apprentice position. Man, congratulations to you. And that's why I ask people, who are you, where are you at, and what do you do? And I love that. Look at this. 915 Richie Reuter, master plumber from El Paso, Texas. Got half my office, I think, is from El Paso. I went out to El Paso. God, it's probably been a year now. I went out and did a section for the morning news out there. Thought it was pretty cool. Rob Wenzel says he is a civil engineer, wannabe plumber. Have done drain cleaning for about 12 years. Does that count? You know, I tell you what, it depends on what state you're in. Depends on if you got registered. If you actually signed up for an apprentice card 12 years ago and you've had it the whole time and you've been doing drain cleaning and somebody will sign off on the fact that you've been working for a plumbing company that long, yeah, it will, as long as you can pass the test. OBRS says, hey, sir, please, there's something very important. How do you get to me? Well, I would say send me a message on Facebook, send me a message on LinkedIn, send me a message somewhere. That's the best way to do it. Jonathan Wheeler, how we doing? Good to see you in here. And Gary Tincher's back in the house. And I've been doing great. I got to tell you, I've been traveling a lot lately. I have been, man, in the last 2 weeks, I've been in Los Angeles, been back to Dallas, been to Chicago, been to Albany, been to Orlando, and back to Dallas. So I've been running. Actually, I didn't run. I flew, and no, my arms aren't tied. I got in a jet, but it was great. Jim Morton, I really don't like blue glue. I use it sometimes. You know, it's good for certain situations. I can always tell when a handyman or a landscaper or a plumbing repair person has done plumbing. So, Duck Sicht says he's a plumber. Good to have you in here. Jake Weiss says, see, you have several tool videos, but should I prioritize any tools starting an apprenticeship as a plumber? Absolutely, Jake. Number one, you want to talk to the plumbing company you're going to work for. You want to ask them, what tools do you expect me to have the first day? most of them aren't going to expect a lot from you, especially if you haven't been in the trade before. So the cool thing about it is by getting in and asking, it lets them know you're cognizant of the fact that you need to have some tools. The tools that I would probably show up with the first day if you haven't asked them yet. And, if it's not union, because some unions, you're not allowed to supply the tools. I know that's the way Dallas was when I first started. But what I would do is I would at least show up with a tape measure, maybe a small pair of channel locks, a pen, a notepad, maybe a little flashlight, something like that. But, channel lock, crescent wrench, tape measure, that'll get you off to a good start. And then again, it depends on what kind of plumbing you're going to be doing. But those are things that literally you could use on almost every job. LLN Carolinas, how are we doing? Good to see you in here. And Duck Six says blue glue is the best for PVC. Suma, how are we doing? Oh, we got a lot of people in here. I like this. Breck is from Oklahoma City. So Breck, tell me this. Every time I go to Oklahoma City to work, and I make it a plan to be down, I think it's around Penn Street at lunchtime, to go to Nick's Grill. Love that place. Just let me know if you've tried it. We have Negative. How we doing, brother? Good to see you in here as always. LON Carolinas. I'll tell you what, I had so much fun. So just so y'all know, the reason I've been doing so much traveling, I was in Los Angeles speaking at Vid Summit. I went to Albany to speak at People of Video. It was fantastic. And the cool thing about it is this week I'm speaking at Video Marketing World. Man, there's so many video conferences. I'm speaking at Video Marketing World. The cool thing about it, it's right here in Dallas. So I don't have to go out of town this time. So I'm really excited. So thank you very much. I'll tell you what, I had so much fun going up to Albany, meeting so many amazing people. It was wonderful. My buddy Dan Courier puts that event on, and it was great. Casey Long says, what has been your favorite plumbing job? I got to say residential service. Not sure if you're asking about that or just particularly what job it is that I did. But, I've done commercial and residential. I've done service and new construction. I've done union and non-union. And having my own company that does residential service, I love it. Shane Gaming, how are we doing? Good to have you in the house. And yep, hi, I get that. Is plumbing hard on your body to the point where you'd be a good idea to try a type of desk job? Matthew, here's the good thing it can be hard on your body, but it also depends on how you take care of your body. Are you working out? Are you exercising? Are you eating right? Do you get checkups every now and then? There's so many different things going on with our bodies that if we treat our body right, it can make it a lot nicer. So yes, it can mess up your body. The thing that I'll tell you though is if you take care of your body and you think about it while you're working, you can have a good long career. So say hello to DMS Pro Services. Good to have you in here. Charles Plumbing, how are we doing? Good to have you. Charles Carnes. Charles, where are you out of? Matthew McKay says, when beginning training, what would you say are red flags to look out for in plumbing agency and training to be an apprentice? I like this. What are the red flags for the plumbing agency, for the plumbing company you're going to work for? Number one, I always tell people to ask the question, if I come to work here, what good is this going to do for me? How is this going to help me? Because you want them to understand that you have a growth plan, that you want to grow, that you want to improve. You don't want to just be an apprentice for the rest of your life. So make sure that you literally ask questions about them. Red flags, man, if you see they're doing stuff shady, and the first thing that I thought of, there was a video on Insider Edition, something like that, where this company had hired this young person, told him to jackhammer a hole in the driveway. He starts digging down, finds a pipe. They're telling him, bust a hole in it. That way we can repair it. Turned out it was a gas line. Thank God he didn't do that. When you're working for a company that's telling you to do things that are shady, man, it's not good. Don't do it. Evi Perales, TD Industries. Don't know if you know Richard. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. There's two different guys I'm thinking of. First one, Jody. Jody, a buddy of mine, and then Philip Richmond. I tell you what, two of my favorite people over there. I've done a lot of work with TD. Actually, TD is one of the first big companies that I went to work for when I was doing commercial. So really did like that. One and only Joey, I like that name. If you're an apprentice and have to move to another state, can you transfer unions or would you have to start over? You can actually transfer unions. You're just going to have to talk to your business agent or business manager. Let them know why you're moving, where you're moving, and let them call the next local and make sure that they got room for you to get you in. But yeah, your card is transferable. Charles Carnes, how are we doing? You know what? What's up is I have been busy traveling, teaching people how to do social media, and I got to tell you, I love it. Getting out, visiting, talking to content creators, people that want to learn to be content creators. Look, I knew nothing about social media when I started just over 3 years ago. And as you can see by the numbers that are fixing to pop up here, we're fixing to hit, 396. We got about 3 days, I'm thinking, until we hit 400,000 subs. So if y'all have not done it yet, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. That way you don't miss out on anything. And if you like what you're hearing here tonight, if you think I'm bringing you good value and you think you know other people that could learn from this, that it would help possibly change their careers, change their lives, do me a favor, share this with them. Share it to your Facebook, to your Instagram. You can pretty much hit share and share it wherever you want to share it. But if you would, I really would appreciate that. Mariella says, hey, Roger, I always learn something new from your videos. Thank you so much for all your great advice. Mariella, I got to tell you, I appreciate that. Cool thing is, I actually, on the way back from Albany, had a layover in Orlando. So I'm sitting at the bar, I eat lunch, had a glass of tea or whatever I was drinking. And the cool thing is, 2 seats down, all of a sudden this guy says, oh my God, you are the Roger Wakefield. And I just looked at him. I said, well, I'm Roger Wakefield. He said, no, you are the Roger Wakefield. I know you. You've helped me fix my plumbing. I really do appreciate it. I watch your videos. It was really cool. So Mariella, thank you so much. Look, I love what I do. I love the opportunities that I have in my life. I am lucky because I get to work with people to help them fix the plumbing in their houses, but also I get to help people in the trades learn to grow and get better. So I think I've got a great thing going on. Ooh. Stuck in Albany. Flight canceled this morning. So when you got a flight canceled in the morning and you're commenting on it at 5:15 Albany time, that's not a good thing. I hate to hear that. Tyler High says, just pass your union pipe fitting aptitude test. Have your interview next week. Do you have any tips? You bet. Number one, and I teach this in my Getting in the Trades program, you need to understand the mindset of whoever's interviewing you. If they are people that are helping the union grow, that's what they want to do. If they're company owners, they're looking at people to help their business grow. You want to figure out how you can help feed that, how you can help boost that, because they are looking for people to bring in that's either going to make the union look better or make their company look better. So, man, that's a great way to look at it. Tyler, good luck and congratulations. Andy is a new guy. Glad to have you here. Look, new people are what make it all work, so I do appreciate that. Charles Carnes from the Tallahassee, Florida, plumbing and fire sprinkler technician. Congratulations. And Andy's in St. Louis. Good. Andy, here's the deal. As a new guy, are you a licensed plumber? Do you do residential or commercial, service or new construction, union or non-union? And I just ask, and if you say it's none of your business, you ain't got to tell me. Nick says, all the plumbing pipe fitting unions and training facilities near me in Michigan are full and won't take new people. You know, Nick, what I would say is my thought is find a job at an open shop company where you can learn the trade. Then when you do get into the union, you're at least going to have a little bit of experience, and I think it can help you out. Andrew Ortiz is a plumber in Fort Worth. Congratulations. Andrew, do you do service or new construction? And the reason I ask is, you know, we're always looking for plumbers over here. We're just northeast of Dallas. But eventually one day we've talked about the possibility of expanding to Fort Worth. Nice to meet you. I appreciate that. Richie Ritter, man, I love this. So El Paso, and I looked it up the other day. I went to a restaurant out there that was really, really good. But it was great. So, Richie, I got a question for you. Do you speak Spanish? Because I was literally talking to, and I wish I could remember the name, but it was a plumbing company from El Paso the other day. They were talking about doing videos, and I told them I would make YouTube videos about the repairs. I said, but I would do it in Spanish. And they were both Hispanic, and they're like, we want to make it in English. It's like, man, your customer base speaks a lot of Spanish. And if you could make that video in Spanish, it could really do good. So anyway, don't know if they're going to listen or not. They hired me for a consultation. Hopefully it goes good with them. Jonathan Wheeler is an Alabama truck driver who saw me on TikTok. Man, our TikTok's blowing up too. It's really funny. TikTok had passed YouTube. Now YouTube is back where it is passing, or has passed, where it has passed TikTok. So I'm just looking now. Yeah, TikTok's at 384,000 and YouTube's at 395. So kind of crazy. Nick works in software sales. Well, man, you're lost because you're on a plumbing channel. But you know what? I'm glad you're here. Now, and it's funny because I had this comment this week. Dale from Self-Publishing with Dale literally commented this week while he's on stage. He said, look, I watch Roger's videos. He said, I don't want to do plumbing. He says, but man, I watch it. It's entertaining. I have fun with it. So, look, man, I appreciate that. And I love it when y'all come. Third-year plumbing apprentice in Colorado Springs, local 58, Blackjack M45. Good to have you in here. So let me ask you this. How did you hear about me, and where have you seen my videos? I actually get messages from a lot of union people that say their instructors show my videos in their class, and I think that's amazing. Jim Morton is a Fort Worth, Texas landscaper and irrigation repairer. Good for you. DMS Pro Services in Allen, Texas. I love that. Rob Wenzel, South Dakota Street Department Superintendent. Good for you. Now, that's a cool gig. That could be fun. I like that. Rob, good to have you in here. Hunter Koster says Eastern Iowa Apprentice, new construction. All right. So do you like new construction? And Hunter, you put in new construction. Is that new construction commercial, new construction residential? Just curious. And, man, congratulations to Iowa. I don't know if you're an Iowa or an Iowa State fan, but I think it's neat that I think Iowa's ranked second in the nation right now. Man, that is fantastic. Justin Kigaraz says, Pennsylvania residential service plumber. Watch your videos every day because there's always something to learn. Justin, thank you so much. And I like that. That's cool. Malcolm from Brooklyn, plumbing and heating. And I wasn't far from you this last week being up in Albany. I think I flew in on Wednesday and flew back out on Sunday. So, pretty cool. Okay, and this looks like a crazy question. Let's see how far up I am right here to try to get back to my mark. I've already passed it. No, there it is. So I'm about halfway. So let's go down to the end. Giannis Magni says, while reading a water pressure gauge, would you rather eat a tuna sandwich or a chicken burrito? Man, I try not to do chicken, but if I did a burrito, it'd have to be in a corn tortilla. But a tuna sandwich, as long as it's on toast with cheese, I could probably go for the tuna sandwich. Just saying. All right, let me see if I can find where I was. close. There we go. So we were right around in there. Residential service plumber, yes. So Brooklyn, yes, I was close to there. Jonathan Breland says, Kansas, I'm in the military currently, and I'm thinking about training or joining a trade. Not sure what to do, though. And by the way, ISK, thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Kansas in the military currently, thinking about joining a trade, just not sure what to do, though. I got to tell you, I think that the military has a lot of things set up to help supplement your learning and training. Jonathan, look, I think the trades are phenomenal. Watch a lot of my videos where I talk about how much money you can make. And look, if you're in the military, you're disciplined, you could probably do very well. I just say good luck with it. Breck says, I design valves and pumps currently, product manager, but journeyman plumber out of Oklahoma City. Cool deal. Country Fried, like that. I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, plumbing apprentice and backflow certified. Good for you. Namanja, man, I want to make sure I get that right. First of all, Country Fried, thank you very much. Man, I'm going to try really hard. Namanja Jevojevic. I hope I got that right. Hello from Serbia. Good to have you in here. Thank you for coming by. Man, I love it. We get people from all around the world in here. It's pretty cool. Matthew X says, Ohio build roofs and awnings. I've been trying to figure out whether I want to be a nurse or a plumber or go to the tech field. Man, I got to tell you, any one of those could be good. What I would tell you, and this is just my thought, if you ever have the idea of owning your own business or working for yourself, I think plumbing gives you the best opportunity. LLN Carolina says, hoping to get home to Charlotte tomorrow after people a video this weekend. Great to meet you. Flight canceled this morning. God, that is sad. I feel sorry for you. Ray Cantu, Dallas, Texas, HVAC technician. I love that. Architectural sheet metal in the house. On your way to 1,100 subs, congratulations. Guys, look, if y'all have not gone over to Architectural Sheet Metal, you need to go over there, check it out, subscribe, ring the bell, see what all they're talking about. It's roofs. Andy Rabbit says, all new tools. Elin says, howdy, I'm from Florida, found your channel because I plan on becoming a plumber or HVAC technician. Just need to wait for the semester to start. Good for you. George Young is learning in Indiana. Casey, PPP, clipboard. Hey there. Hey there, what's up? How's everybody doing? Trev says, Stephen Edens, wannabe plumber, ready to learn. You know what? Look, number one is as much as you're in here, you're learning a lot. You may not be implementing it, but you are learning a lot. Good to have you in here. Charles Carnes wants to know how I feel about CPVC. We really don't use a lot of it for that reason. Not that I hate it. I just really, my whole thought process is we use copper. I like copper. You can use CPVC on hot water and on the TMP line. We don't. We don't. There you go. thetradesacademy.com/questions. You can find, if you have questions, you can go there. Actually, these are actually pretty good in the chat because I don't know that we got everything set up over there right now. Breck says, Nick's is great if you don't want to wait in the line for 2 hours. He has a second location closer to downtown off Robbins and 10th. And Breck, I've not tried that one yet. I did know about the new location. Last time I was down, it's probably been over a year. He was talking about it, so I think that's cool. Hey, Roger, how can I quad a 4-inch PVC main drain pipe in my basement TV room? Insulate it. You can take insulation. You can use flex tape. There's a lot of different things that you can use. Anything that you can put on there that's going to create a barrier between the water on the inside making noise and the outside of the pipe where you're hearing it, you'll do much better. Trey Steele says, I'm a female. Have done a little apprenticeship plumbing to find it very interesting. So planning on getting into the plumbing course now. Good for you. I tell you what, and Trey, here's what I'll tell you is, and I had this conversation this weekend because of speaking at an event. Look, I support women in the trades. Most women that get in the trades do better than men. And before you guys get all mad at me, what I want to tell you is they do better because they have to work harder at it. They have to learn more. They have to be smarter because it is a predominantly male industry, and they normally come in and they just want to kill it. So I'm going to tell you, I think it is phenomenal that you are considering getting in the trades. The top plumber in Texas is Lisa Hill. She's the executive director for the Texas State Board, and she's good. So there are, and look, I could name 4 or 5. What I'll tell you is that the opportunity as a female plumber is amazing. If I could find 10 female plumbers, I would open an all-female residential service plumbing company, and I would be making bank. Street water service for Andy Rabbit, good for you. Matthew Hvac says, I've been trying to decide whether I want to become a nurse, plumber. Okay, I thought we did this one a while ago. Maybe I jumped around, or maybe you asked it twice. You want to install the wrong tub for fair housing, modified the fiberglass to accommodate grab bars. You know, I have not. I don't ever want to modify that because if there's ever a problem, if it cracks, anything like that, and it comes back on me, I don't want to have to pay for it. Lots of pain. Johannes Magani says, I'm a plumber apprentice. You put the idea in my head. Thanks for that. I hope you mean that in a good way. It's my most fun job yet. You know, here's what I tell you is, look, it's not for everybody, and I get that. But what I also want to tell you is, look, if you can get in and stick with this trade, you're going to make a great living because it is going to literally, and it's going to put you in a position where you don't have to worry about things. You have a profession. You could open your own company. There's a lot of things you could do. Damien says, hey, I'm a plumber from the Netherlands. Good to have you in here. Been enjoying your vids, learning about how it is done in the U.S. Well, number one, Damien, thank you so much. Believe it or not, we actually get a lot of plumbers from the Netherlands. Great having you in here. And we're just having fun talking plumbing. We're talking sewage. So BS, y'all know what that stands for, right? Bull sewage. I figured out this weekend up in Albany. Bad Shroud 81 says 25 likes. Yeah, come on, people. Charles Carnes says Tallahassee, Florida. Number one, Charles, welcome. Back here to Bad Shroud. I mean, seriously, you're getting free advice from a master plumber trying to help you grow. Thumbs up, people. Here we go. That's what it's all about. Countryfied plumbing apprentice out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, just got backflow certified. I think a lot of these we've done. Casey All Pro Mechanical, Boise, Idaho here. It's a war zone here. It's a war zone everywhere. Hello from Florida, currently waiting for position at college to open up for HVAC and personally can't wait. Good for you. Gary Tickner noticed that CPVC is big where you live in Virginia. I don't know what you think of it. You know, we just don't use a lot of it. Pros and cons. The pros are you can use it on a hot water line. Cons, it's PVC. Why not run copper? Why not run something that I think is more permanent? That's my thought. Jonathan Wheeler says you're coming to the TikTok meetup in Nashville. You know what? I have not planned on that, but I will take a screenshot of it and maybe get some information about it. You never know. It could happen. Hannah says, when does the USA realize that copper plumbing is obsolete and has been for 15 years? Well, for 15 years, we've been using it, so it's not completely obsolete. We're old school plumbers. Johannes, tell me this, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Tell me this, what is it y'all use to run more water lines out of than anything? And I'm assuming it's PEX or something, but please let me know. And he says, I am more than 100 years experience master plumber. Man, you got me nailed. Austin Duncan says, just took my union test. Yep, already gave you that. Matthew McKay, two-part question. What would you say your hardest day on the job has been? My hardest day on the job's probably been working outside when it's extremely cold. I mean, like frigid, like ice cold. I don't like that. The things that I've learned since then is, look, make sure you always have enough clothes with you just in case. Jake Rico says, not going into plumbing. Love watching your videos because plumbing is fascinating. And it really is. Jake, thank you so much. Overlord Maniac, what's happening? IT system engineer. Have computers changed the way you work nowadays? Oh, God, absolutely. We do our estimates. We do our invoices. We do everything on computers. I mean, each one of our plumbers carry iPads, phones, stuff like that out in the field. Yeah, it's definitely changed everything. Monica Jones. Lady Moore, how are you? Got a new job teaching a small plumbing class, and I owe you. Well, wait, if you're teaching a small plumbing class, why do you owe me? You keep me interested in the trade, watching all your videos and reference. Thank you so much. Lady Moore, it's good to have you back in here. God, it's been a while. Matthew Hvac says, should I have anything ready when I call the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union? Should I go in person to apply? You know what? You can go in person. They're probably going to give you a packet. They're probably going to need your high school transcript, driver's license, social security card, anything at all like that. And if you want to try to carry all that, I would. You might call down and ask them, I'm coming down to apply. What do I need to bring? Oh, sorry, right there. Christian Becerra says, I work for Superior Plumbing, do commercial work in Central California. We have contract with major grocery stores. Also have contract in California, Nevada, Hawaii. Last month we picked up Texas. Good for you. What big company is it? Superior Plumbing. Cool. Mike Franklin, taking your master test in Texas and from Ohio. Wish me luck. And good luck. If you'd have reached out to me in advance, I'd told you I've got pictures of the dollhouse. I've got the UPC study guide and teach you how I use it. But you know what? It's a good exam. You'll be fine. All right. Christian says, my boss asked me if I want to move to Dallas, Texas. Absolutely. I tell you what, I've been all across the country, probably more so here lately than normal, but I love Texas. Mr. Kane says, starting an apprenticeship in commercial plumbing soon in Washington State. Yeah. Number one, where are you going to work? Is it union? You're saying starting an apprenticeship, so I'm thinking maybe. If not, I know some great plumbing companies up in Washington State. Brian, hello. How are you? Christine says, started local union 68 in Monterey Bay. Fantastic. Should only be new construction. And you know what? If you're new construction, the union has a lot to teach you. My local union didn't do anything in service, even though they told me for 4 years they were going to. They just never got around to it. Chaos 420 says, hey man, you're one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm a new sub and been getting into renovating a house. Watch all your videos. Thank you for your knowledge. Help me out getting other jobs. Good for you. You know, guys, and look, I started making videos to help people fix their own plumbing at home. Then I realized I had more plumbers watching our videos than anybody else, so we kind of pivoted our channel. Then we became the expert plumber. Then we realized, look, we've got all kinds of trades. We've got HVACR technicians, roofers, people like that in here. So we changed it over to Roger Wakefield just because of all the growth we were getting from so many other trades. Hunter says, Roger, I do more residential, but some commercial. Going in your third year, good for you. Trev says, I found your channel when you were just at 1,500 subs. Yeah, it's a really neat story. 2 weeks ago, I was in LA for Vid Summit. And I walked into Vid Summit the first time 3 years ago. It was the end of 2018. And October of 2018, I had 117 subs. And I know because of a question I was asked, and that was my answer. And they laughed and said, "Oh my God, a plumber with 117,000 subs." And I said, "Oh, no. I've got 117 subs." And they're like, "Oh." It's great though. We have learned, we have grown, we have done good things. I like that. I love it when people send me messages and say I look good in black. That is fantastic. So, I have one more of those I want to look at. Okay, there we go. All right, so Blackjack says, "I find your videos trying to supplement my knowledge so I can turn out to be competent and self-sufficient as possible." Good for you. You know, and the neat thing is, everybody needs to know how to do some plumbing, how to fix a little leak under a house, how to. I love this. We got two buddy in the house. Check it out from Seattle. Guys, look, if you do have a YouTube channel and you're trying to grow, you definitely need to go check out Two Buddy. Matter of fact, I use it all the time. And people ask me, how have you grown your channel so big? Well, you get in and you learn to do things right. You get the right tools. You get the right materials. So shout out to Two Buddy. Good to have you in here. Retro Hack says, "Hey, Roger, love your videos. Not sure if you've already covered this, but what are your thoughts on chemical leaching with PEX A versus PEX B?" You know, here's the deal. We're going to get chemical leaching in some of our product. We understand that. It's what is this chemical doing and is it bad for us? The problem is, you know, PEX A and B are pretty much your choices now. We're going to end up, all the new houses we're going to build are going to be something like that. So it's tough for us to not use it. I think we've got to look at what is the life cycle of it. What is it going to do? Is it going to cause us problems? And just study it. I've heard about it. I haven't looked at it enough to know. I pretty much don't do any new installation. I go do repairs, so it's not going to affect me a lot. And look, we get told all the time, we've got to take a shot. We've got to use this. We've got to use that. We don't know what we're getting. You just got to look at it and see if you think it'll work for you. Lopsider Dummy, Dumby, how are you? Good to have you in here. AB Paralysis says, "Never heard of these guys, but yeah, I'm from TDI, San Antonio." Good. I tell you what, look, TD's a great company. I have nothing bad to say about them. They've been around for years. I've worked with them a couple of times. Good people over there. And I love the whole servant leadership mindset, and that's what they're all about. And if you look at that, serving the people that work for you and your customers and things like that, you're always going to be able to build a great company, and I think they have. Lucas says, "Hey, Roger, on a gas ball valve for the water heater, can a DIY guy replace it, or do I need to call a professional?" It depends on where you're located. If you're in Texas, legally you're allowed to do anything on your own plumbing system as long as you pull a permit and get it inspected. That's what I'm going to tell you. Blackjack M45 says, "Question, third-year plumbing apprentice, expected to be high speed yet struggling. What's your take on union training? What can I do to be as competent as possible?" You know, I love this question because the training through the union, it's a structured training. It does not let you learn at your own pace. It does not let you grow. You have to be extremely careful about getting in a rut. One of my problems with some of the unions is when you get in and you get good at something, say you become good at running water, and you're like, "Look, I want to learn everything." If you get in, you become good at running water, you're going to be on the water running crew for the rest of your life. Who was it up here talked about TDI? You know, the cool thing about it is, I thought it was just right there, but it's not. You know, TD does that. They will bring in an apprentice, give him an aptitude test. What can he do? Here's the thing. Once they figure out something he does good, they will train him to do that even better. And that's pretty much all he's ever going to do. So, you know, be careful of what you get into. try to learn as much as you can. And I like that because I know that you're looking at it, but watching these videos, getting in here and seeing what we do, how we do it, it really does make a lot of difference. Tanner Bacati says, if you're really bad at math, is plumbing something to stay away from? Tanner, I'm going to tell you no. And the reason I'm going to tell you that is I know a lot of people that literally can't do math, but they do fine in plumbing. There is plumbing in math, but not so much that I would let it steer anybody away from it. Plumbing, you may have to learn to read a tape measure. I mean, look, you tie your shoes. That's complicated. Here's the thing, you learned how to do it. Plumbing's the same way. There's math involved, but you know what? You're going to learn how to do it. It's not that hard. And don't let it scare you. Jump in and try to learn that right off the bat. You know what? If I'm going to get into plumbing, I'm going to become a good math person for plumbing math. There's not a lot to learn. You will do good. Country Fry says, do you repair a lot of backflow preventers? I don't. I used to. I used to have my backflow certification. I've actually still got my test kit over here. I just don't use it. I ended up letting my backflow preventer certification go away or backflow license go away. I didn't use it that much. And there's so many people that I can call to come inspect it. And with what it cost me, I really love it. It's just, I love letting it go because they charge so much less. I can just call somebody else to do it, and it's great. A.B. Perales says, but also really interested in the union, but a lot of misinformation, so I don't know what to know, what's true and what isn't. I'll tell you what, A.B., I would tell you to go look at my videos about union versus non-union. I got into the union after 17 years of plumbing. I've studied it. I've looked at what they have to offer. I used to be an instructor for the union, so I taught it. What I will tell you is look, there's nothing wrong with the union if you want it that structured, if you want commercial. Look, there's good and bad to it. If you ever want to open your own company, I would say don't go union. Or go union and learn commercial, but then get out, learn residential, and open your company doing that. TubeBuddy says, so you are saying I have to say hi on YouTube for you to pay attention to me? No, I actually sent you a message earlier today. I'm constantly looking for ways to grow my channel, guys. And I got to tell you, TubeBuddy's a great way to do it. They give you tools. They help you with analytics. They help you learn. If you want to drop a link in here, I don't know if it'll let you or not. Watch this. See if I can do. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, because you're a. Yeah. Oh, there we go. No, it won't let me do it there either. Man, I was trying to do something really cool. I'm the plumber's favorite electrician in the house. Love your vids. Eric Shafi, number one, glad to have you here. Definitely need to check out your channel and see what you've got. Do you know Dustin Stelzer down in Austin, Texas? He is a great guy and a good friend of mine. So if you're not connected with him, maybe you should. And I'm trying to figure out, it won't let me do what I'm trying to do here, Shelly. So I am sorry. I was going to tell you to put a link in here for TubeBuddy to tell people all about it. Go to TubeBuddy.com. Blake, it is going wonderful. How are you today? Matthew McKay, what are some of the obstacles you might face in running your own company, such as long hours? You mean long weeks, long days, long months? I will tell you this, and you can call it an obstacle. I don't know that I see it that way. One of the best pieces of advice I got when I first got into the trades, when I first got into opening my own company, and the person who got me into the trades is who gave me this advice. And I told him I was thinking about opening my own company, and he said, Roger, be ready to work harder than you ever have. Now, everybody thinks I'm going to open my own company so I don't have to work as hard. Matthew, you're going to work hard. Jay says, as a first-time homeowner, anything plumbing related I could look out for on a walkthrough. Jay, here's what I want to tell you is yeah, there's a lot of things you can look for. Just does things look right? Does the plumbing look like it's installed right? Is it plumb, true, and square? The biggest problem is, as a first-time homeowner, if you're buying a house, I would definitely have a plumber do a sewer water test. You want to find out if there's anything under the house leaking that could cause problem. And tell me this, where are you at? Is it a slab or is it pier and beam? Homemade pyramid water meter pit. That sounds wild. Sounds interesting too. What do I think about snappy traps? Hadn't tried snappy traps yet, so maybe I need to. Make sure I take a picture of that. All right. So if y'all are new in here or you weren't in here a while ago, do me a favor and leave a comment down below. Let me know who you are, what you do, where you're located. Are you a plumber? What type plumber are you? And where are you located? Luke Stewart says, are there any, and also where you heard about our channel? Love to know. Luke Stewart says, are there any trades you think to avoid? Or are there certain trades that are better than others? Thanks. Love your videos. Luke, avoid being an electrician. They're horrible people. No, I'm joking. Here's what I'll tell you. And Luke, this is something that it's the very first chapter of the Getting Into the Trades program that we put out. It's number one, figuring out what trade is right for you. If you're afraid of getting shocked, which I don't like electricity for that particular reason, I would never become an electrician. If you're afraid of getting wet or possibly getting sewage on you, don't become a plumber. If you're afraid of working in a hot attic where you could get really hot, don't become an HVAC tech or a plumber or an electrician. Ooh, that's a tough one. You know, here's the thing. You run into bad things in every trade every now and then. What I tell people is look at the trades, figure out which one you think you'd enjoy the most. And when you figure that out, dude, you got it made. That is phenomenal. Matthew says, last question. I'm going to say, I doubt it. From me, a two-parter. What has been your worst day on the job? Ugh. How have you problem solved since then? Yeah. Oh, the best day. I never answered that part. Man, best days on the job are when you help a customer that somebody else has just robbed. We get calls all the time, and it's because of what we do on social media. So people see us, people know us. We get calls saying, hey, we had somebody come out and look at this, and they tell us it's going to cost $80,000 to fix this problem. Can you come look at it? And we go look at it, and we can't see where they came up with that. So those are the days to me that are phenomenal. All right. Pretty Girl Jane says, hi, my name is Zane. I had a question. Had a plumber come out, look at our toilet, and it's still not flushing properly. Number one, I'd call them back. I'd tell them, look, come fix this. It did not work. Have you watched my video, How to Stop a Running Toilet Guaranteed? If so, doing those things in there could be what solves it. You might also take a picture or video, go over to my subreddit, and I am going to put this up right here to help you find it. That's the link to our subreddit. If you'll go over there and check that out, what we do is, and people put pictures and videos and all kinds of things. I've got a great friend of mine, a plumber over there, Sean Strong, boom _ the plumber. And he's greatness. But he'll definitely help you figure out what the problem is, or I will. It depends on who's able to jump in or who catches it first. I think I did that a while ago. Yep. So I try to get back where I was. Well, I'm getting caught up. I'm doing pretty good, guys. There we go. I like that. I love memes, and you should too. Hey, everybody. I tell you what, and I love this comment because I got to tell you, sorry, I didn't mean to jump back up there. The last 2 weeks, both in Los Angeles and in Albany, I've had people come up to me and say, dude, your memes are killing it. So I'll tell you what, we're doing good things, and we're having fun, so I can't complain. I want to say thanks to Blake Drew for the 99 super sticker. I appreciate that very much. I like that. Hey, Roger Wakefield. Yes, that is me. See where I'm at, and I'm getting really close. Austin Duncan, if you never got your question answered, you might ask it again, or Maybe I haven't gotten down to it yet. I'm trying. Silky86, I appreciate the super chat. I see it in there. I just scrolled back up to try to find, you know what? I'll go right back down the bottom real quick. Says, I appreciate your channel, Roger. Keep up the good work. Carrying the flag for the trades. Man, good thing it's a light flag. I'm an old man, bad shoulders. I have fun, though. I enjoy it. All right. Let me try to get back up here to where I was. All right, and I found it. I like that. Breck says, next time you're in the area, try Tucker's Onion Burger. They have one in Will Rogers Airport. I'll have to think about that. Matthew McKay says, okay, one more. See, I told you. What are some common mistakes a beginner plumber makes that you think they could do better or pay more attention to? Number one is measure twice, cut once. Double check your measurement. Make sure it's right. If it's not, you're going to have a problem. Also, beginner plumbers think that they know everything. Make sure you listen to the journeyman that teaches you. He's teaching you his life skill. He's teaching you a life skill that you may enjoy forever. But you've got to be careful. Make sure you're learning from a good plumber. Billy R. says, my wife left me. Do I have hope to get her back? Billy, if you're willing to fight for her, absolutely. That's entirely up to you. Driftwood Outdoors says, how often does a plumber need to tunnel under a house? We do it quite often because we specialize in slab leaks and leak detection. We don't do it ourselves. We hire crews to do that. But that's one of the things that we specialize in, so it is a big deal. There we go, up to 42 likes. And see, now we're up to 72, so we are James D., we are doing something right. Mario X says, Roger, what's the one plumbing dad joke that still makes your children cringe? You know what, Mario? I don't know why. I'm not a big joke teller. And you would think I would be because I used to be a bartender. And I could really tie all that together. I don't know if I was making one up. I'd say, why'd the plumber go in the bathroom? To drop his kids off at the pool. Justin F. says, I have an interview tomorrow with no experience. What should I say? Tell them you have no experience, Justin. Tell them that you want to learn, though. Tell them that you're getting this to learn a trade because you want to be a professional plumber, if it's plumber. Yeah, whatever trade it is. But remember, don't BS them. They'll read through it. Be honest with them. Say, look, I don't have experience, but I am a hard worker. I'm willing to learn. I want to do good, and you will have your chance. If you go in, you got to remember, every person that's interviewing somebody is doing it for a reason. They have a need. They have a position to fill, but they want what's best for their company or them. And as long as you know that in the beginning, you'll be good. All right, I got to jump down here one more time, see where I'm at, back up around the middle. I want to say, Tyrannus, how are we doing? Good to have you in here. Thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. What do I think about tankless water heaters? I got to tell you, tankless water heaters are great if you design the system properly, if you've got enough gas, if you've got enough everything. What's your water distribution pipe like? Does it have a return system? Does it have a return pump? Do you need one internally in the water heater? So many things. But yeah, I think the right tankless water heater in the right design could be amazing. All right, so I'm jumping back up here where I was, or think that I am. I'm trying. I'm getting close. I'm going to stop right here and see. Michael Joseph, native English writer, says, hey, Roger, tough case. No clog in toilet per 6-foot auger. Replaced fill and flush valves. Still no siphon. Water slowly drains. What else can be the cause? Bucket flush doesn't work. Love your channel. If you let it set overnight and then do the bucket test, does it go down? The reason I say that, the clog, even though you run a closet auger, there could be like a big paper wad clog in the toilet. That would be one of my first thoughts. Or it's further than 6 feet down. But if you wait overnight and flush it, sometimes there can be a clog in a line and the water level can go down. So I would kind of look at it that way. Michael Joseph, without being there, man, it's kind of hard to tell you and be 100% accurate. Music City Mixer is the Nashville meetup. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that too. I'm literally just, I know it's crazy, but Jonathan, I am just getting started on TikTok. We've done it less than a year, but it's growing really good. So hopefully we'll find a way to make it. Rex says copper's great. 99.9% of the union jobs work copper and cast iron. Absolutely. Austin, I did not see a question, so I'm going to tell you if you did, answer it again or ask it again. And it may take me a while to get to it. Aaron Joseph, FM&E General Facility Maintenance and CBP, Ferndale, Washington. Andy, Plumbing in the Flush. I love it. Scully's House of Thrillers. There's another one, guys. If you have not checked it out, go over and check it out. It's pretty cool. I think I got comments coming in twice now. I know I just saw Scully there. Gold Seal Plumbing, good for you. But now we got Seattle in the house again. I know you're in the house. And I know you didn't put that twice. Jeremy says, what's the best way to... I'm sorry, I was trying to read two questions at one time. Jeremy Oakham says, and so you've got a name for a plumber. That's great. I watched your video on how to use a closet auger. What's the best way to sanitize it? Man, you really don't sanitize it. You rinse it off as best you can. And just remember that every time you grab that snake. Driftwood Outdoors. Which state has the best plumbers? Texas. And that's not just my opinion. Things may have changed a lot since then. But Texas used to be known as having the most stringent testing that there was. So what I would tell you is that makes it probably the best state to be a plumber in. So you would think that they would be the best. But I mean, to be honest, and you can be the best plumber in the world and live in a state that doesn't even test. You don't have to have a license. And matter of fact, I'll tell you a story, and it's cute. And it's one I just always go back and think of. Tiger Woods dies and he goes to heaven. And he's standing there at the pearly gates with St. Peter. And he's headed in to meet God. And Tiger says, hey, St. Peter, I gotta know something. He said, who's the greatest golfer ever? And he said, that's not important up here. He says, no, it is to me. And he looks over, he says, see Fred right there he said, see Fred over there? He said, that's the best golfer ever. He said, Fred? He said, Fred was my gardener. He said, he used to dig up plants, haul off trash and stuff like that. He says, yeah, but if he'd have ever picked up a golf club, he'd be the greatest golfer ever. You know, we may never, ever be introduced to what we were meant to be here for, what our greatest gift could have been. You can be the best plumber in any state in the world, and nobody ever know it. You've just got to get out and do good things. Anthony Sloan says, I need to watch the Sewer Man on YouTube, Indian Sewer Man guys. Yeah, if that's the guy you're talking that swims down in there, man, that's tough. Monica Jones says, no, really, Roger, I was going to give up, but I tell all the ladies, it's your passion. Get her done. There you go. I started plumbing in 1980, and that is the truth. I was 16 years old. Corey O'Connell says, watch many of your videos, and what background do you have that makes you an expert plumber? Corey, you can go to American Standard's website. They ran a contest. They were looking for the next expert plumber. It was a nationwide contest. Plumbers from across the country submitted, and I won. So, and look, I'm not saying I'm the expert. I'm not saying I'm the only expert, anything like that. I won a contest, and that was the name they gave me. So it works. Lorenzo Martinez, in my final year of an apprenticeship, I honestly love it. I'll tell you what, I so enjoy being a plumber because I get to help people solve problems that, some other plumbers don't do or can't do. So I do. I love it. Love the video, Derek the Plumber 1. Love the videos, Master Plumber from South Carolina. Good for you. Tyler Burton says, bought a book on basic plumbing the other day. A bit overwhelming. Any ideas on smaller things I can do to practice your skills? 17, so nothing too crazy is allowed by my parents. And the thing is, Tyler, you've got to be able to talk to your parents and say, look, what can I do around the house? Get your mom to go buy a new faucet. Learn how to change it out. Get your mom to go buy a new flapper for the toilet. Learn to change it out, a fill valve. Anything that you can work on plumbing around the house is going to help you. Okay, Andy says around there you can work on your own place with no permit. That's good. Here it's crazy. Bryce says, hey, Roger, any advice making it through an apprenticeship while supporting a family? Planning on making the move soon. Bryce, I got to tell you, when I was an apprentice, when I was learning, I had 3 jobs. I was an apprentice plumber. I was building fences and redwood decks on the weekend during the day. And at night, I was tending bar. I did everything I could to learn and grow. Thank you for the analogy. Look, I'm always trying to find ways to tie things together and make people think. It works. Looking at replacing my gas water heater, and the current one is nowhere near level. What's the best way to level it up? I would try to level the floor. Maybe, Corey, build a frame and pour some Ardex in it, some self-leveling concrete. I would try something like that. Then put a pan or a piece of wood to set it on. You don't want to put the Ardex in and then, throw a water heater on that. It maybe has legs that can, crack it or mess it up. Andy says, inspection every way on black flow. Dave says, how do you feel about press fittings for residential housing? I've got to tell you, I love them. I like those better than PEX. I think that the press fittings, since they keep things full line size, I think it's a better product. Adam Pecker back in the house. Good to have you back in here. I've been Bad Girls. Hello, how are we doing? Mark, perfect. Good to have you in here. The Snakes Kill 0012. Hey, Roger, any advice for making it through an apprenticeship while also supporting a family? Talked about that one a while ago. That's what I'm saying. I think some of these questions are coming in twice, guys. That's really good content. Always amazed by the art of plumbing. And that is one of the great achievements of modern society. Cities would not exist without it. Cities wouldn't exist. People wouldn't exist. We'd be dead by now. You know what happens when a plumber puts in a great water system? Nothing. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody dies. Nothing happens. And I think I did jump down and say thanks for that super sticker. I want to make sure again. Josh Miller, thank you very much. Tyrannus, I know I got you. Sulky, I know I got you. Is that? Yep, that's it. Blake, I think I got you too. Thank you for the super sticker. I figure out where the heck I was. Oh. Revisit collab between the UK and US Plumbing. Luke Smith, thank you very much. I'll definitely check you out or send me an email. I'll check out your YouTube channel. My kitchen sink kept backing up. Line runs below your home. My kitchen was an extension to your old home. I had someone come out and try to blow it out. It didn't do anything. I'd say try and get a snake, see if you can cable it out, see if anything's collapsed or busted. You may need to, you may have to tunnel in there and replace it. If you can't get a cable, a hydrojet, or anything like that, I'd probably try a hydrojet. I'd try everything before I tunneled under there. But, yeah. Where'd that go? First live stream. What do you think about mega press gas fittings? Look, I love mega press gas fittings. I've saved so much labor by using those. It's phenomenal. Nobody to PhD. Yeah, I think that $17, that's 34 grand a year. It's a great starting pay. From Houston, good to have you in here. Plumbing apprentice, second year. Titan, if you want to get started, watch a lot of my videos. I teach you how to get out and find a job in Houston. If you want to do union, head over to Local 68 and talk to them. Dylan, I applied for apartment maintenance position a long time ago. I thought it'd be neat to, number one, get a free apartment. Number two, to do plumbing, HVAC, stuff like that, and learn to do it all. I didn't get hired, and it was great. I've probably done pretty well in plumbing. Yeah. 360 electrician. Bring a pen. 9 out of 10 guys come in there have no pens. Yeah. Think of anything you may need for anywhere you go. It's huge. Tankless water heaters, love that. Talked about that. Worst water main break you ever seen? One in downtown Dallas that flooded downtown Dallas. It was horrible. A good way to deal with rude customers is to, not be rude back with them. Talk to them, communicate with them, but don't get involved in an argument or anything like that. It's really not going to help you. Justin F., you're more than welcome. William Malamas worked 3 proud years in New York. Fantastic. I love it up there. Really enjoyed Albany, but I've been down to New York City before. It is great. Dylan Little, here's what you do to put yourself in a position where you have a better chance. Make sure you communicate clearly. Be very open and honest about anything. Let them know how you can help them. What are you there for? Are you a hard worker? Do you think about things before you do it? Do you believe in customer service? Pick out the things that make you different and better, and make sure you talk about them. William says, started from the ground, was able to work on your own decent level till you left the country. Good for you. Breck, thank you very much. Look, I love what I do. I am truly so blessed to be able to get in here and talk about plumbing. I think it's amazing. I enjoy the heck out of it. So it's a good thing for me. Curtis Vaughn says, what are the types of unions that employ plumbers and HVAC? I only know of plumbers and pipe fitters. Well, there's different unions. What is it? I'll start to say SMAC. No, that's not it. There's the sheet metal workers union that does HVAC, plumbers, the United Association that does plumbers. But I tell you what, there's also PHCC. I'd contact the PHCC in your area and possibly get a job with a company that does plumbing and HVAC. See if that'll help you. Minnesota here, so to get a license. These young kids can't get them. Tried to hire 3 no-go. Yeah, look, you got to be able to pass whatever it takes to get a license. Mr. Cucumber says, waited all day for water to go down, unscrewed and cleaned below the P-trap, connected to the main drain, held a shop vac, basically pushed whatever was in there through. Haven't had a problem since. Good for you. And that's why I teach people to fix their own plumbing. Look, there's a lot of things that you can do where you don't have to call a plumber. Pop, what's going on in here? Man, we are talking plumbing. How do you work with a company that doesn't like to spend money? King Leo, it's hard. But you got to remember, in order for a company to spend money, their employees have to be making money. You've got to look at both of them and see how you can make it work. Yeah, the year I started learning to do plumbing. Jonathan Helm says, what are your thoughts on burst pipe? Bursting pipe. Yeah, pipe bursting is really cool. It's something else I got something else I want to do. I want to learn. I want to learn how to do all kinds of things, so I enjoy it. James Brown has me beat. Started plumbing in 1977. Good for you, man. I hope your body feels better than mine. Charles King says, what's Elite AP? I hear you say that a bunch. Number one, it's LEED, LEED, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. AP stands for Accredited Professional. In the construction industry, when you walk into a building that is certified green, it's certified as a LEED certified building. And it's either platinum, gold, silver, titanium. I think that's what they are. It's been a while. Bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So the big thing is it's all about water conservation, and that's why I do what I do. That's why the name of my company is, and it'll pop up here in a minute, Texas Green Plumbing. 360 Electrician says, when I was in trade school, scared us that we could get electrocuted and said plumbing was one floor down. I said I'd rather die than be knee-high in sewer. What's the worst part of plumbing? You know, and that probably is one of the worst parts. It doesn't happen often. But, you know, speaking on stage in Albany this last week, I told them a story about one of the first times I remember being in a ditch with raw sewage up to my waist. I thought that was as bad as life could get. Well, it wasn't, but I've also had good days too. Wish I did gonna end up needing plumbing way more than doing your own electrical, and most people do. There you go, get 3 jobs. Jonathan says, dug a small 3-inch trench today to find a leak at the meter. Diameter found 6 lines, 2-inch main. Wow, that is crazy. Andy Rabbit, when I do plumbing, I can feel if it is right or not. You know, and here's the thing. I can solder with my eyes closed a lot because you can feel the joint once you get it hot. And there have been times where you're in an area where it's so hot that you can't keep your eyes open. I've done some different things, but I always try to do it the right way too. And guys, I'll tell you how to slow down on questions. It's I've been going for an hour and 13 minutes, almost an hour and 15. We'll shut down here in about 15 minutes. That'll give me time. And I'm probably done. I probably don't have a whole lot of questions left. You're still good for a while. Mr. Cucumber says, my kitchen sink wouldn't go down. Took a cap off below the P-trap. Oh, we already read that one. See? That's why. Man, something is wrong with my deal here today. Doing a career in sales management to pursue, I'm assuming you mean plumbing, to pursue plumbing, which I think is great. Oh, it just jumped on me. I got a lot more questions. Yeah, I wouldn't ask any more questions if I were you guys. Yeah, leaving management to pursue something. Thank you very much. Sniper Bolt 96 says, can you make homemade plungers? Yeah, you probably could. I would spend some money, and I thought I had some in here. They cleaned up in here for me last week. I would literally look at buying a good plunger. It can save you so much money. Wish I do to stand out in all the other applicants. Apartment maintenance, yeah, we did that one. Jackson, what's up? Dan, Linda K, young people I meet want to learn to trade, they don't want to go to 1 year or day school or a day of school or day school, either one. Then I tell them there will be night school after that, yeah. I tell you what, yeah, that's good experience. Hello to Atlanta, Georgia. John Basnick, how are you doing? And Raspy Frog says, debating between electrical and plumbing, not sure which to get into. And guys, this is why that's the first chapter of my Getting Into the Trades program. If you really have problems with electrical and you love plumbing, but you get into electrical, chances are you're not going to make it. I always tell people, you've got to figure out what trade's best for you. Because people ask me all the time, Roger, what trade is the best for me to get into? And I say, well, that depends on you. And they're like, well, look, I want to make the most money. Well, here's the thing. You're going to make the most money doing the trade that you like to do the most. And if you'll look at it that way and get in and do it that way, it can be really beneficial for you. If you get into a trade that you don't like, you're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be good for you. I'm just telling you, be careful. If you're just chasing the money, sometimes it'll drown you. Josh says, second year apprentice, just want to say hello. Josh Miller, hello to you. Good to have you in here. Blog King says, is it a good idea to do trade school before starting an apprenticeship for plumbing? If you're an overachiever and you want to come in and say, look, I've done all this, it helps you get ahead. I doubt it's going to help you get out any sooner, because if you start an apprenticeship in the union, it's pretty much 5 years. Doesn't matter what kind of experience, unless you can test up or out of it, but that doesn't always help. So what do you think about ProPress water heater installs? It's something that I want to start learning to do. I know that there are smaller ProPresses, so yeah. Yep. We have sewage coming up from our basement bathroom. Any thoughts on what could be causing this? We have a septic tank and it backs up when it rains a lot. It could be that. If you say a sewer in a basement, is it on an ejection tank? Meaning, does it flush into a tank and then that pumps it up? You could have a problem there. Cucumber, more than welcome. Sniper Bolt 96 is plumbing a good job. It is a great job. I got to tell you, look, I love what I do. I love the fact that I get to work with plumbing, which I enjoy, but also I get to go in people's houses and help take care of them by helping them solve problems. Sometimes they don't even know that they have, or at least I know that if they call me for a problem, we're going to do it right. So I love it. Matthew, we do not ProPress our water heaters, but it's something I'm wanting to look at. Luke Zilla says, love your vid. Should do a collab between the U.S. and UK standards. Yeah, sounds great, man. We can definitely talk about that. Jordan says, I think you missed your question. Maybe I did. If so, I'd ask it again. Sorry. VampCat21 says, live in an apartment. We get brownish yellow water from time to time. City says it's our building. There are apartments in other side of town getting the same problem. Yeah, I mean, it's probably sewage backing up. I'd definitely try to make it stop. That's for daggum sure. Right now, I've got four vans. Right now, we're only running 2, 3 sometimes. Look, guys, almost every plumbing company in the nation is in need of plumbers. Every residential service company in the nation is in need of tradespeople. Plumber, electrician, roofer, HVAC tech, it doesn't matter. You can get out and get a job. Rainstorm Haas says, just passed my state certification to become a plumbing inspector, having to get out of the trades due to health issues, but even counties hiring inspectors are struggling. They're all struggling right now. I get it. Pete Rondeau, nice meeting you in Albany. Guys, I'll tell you what, I had so much fun speaking. So, Pete, thank you very much for that. I had so much fun going up there. I love telling my story, but I love teaching people about the GROW technique, GROW. Grow your network, relate socially, own video, and words are key. It works. And if you want to start making your phone ring today, you can do it. Silky86, do you think unifying the trades would be a good idea? Sorry, guys. I got in late last night and up early this morning. I'm exhausted. Silky86, do you think unifying the trades would be a good idea? Like having an umbrella association? Yes, I do. I don't want it to be a union either. I think that what we need is an MEP tri-council. We need a council that can help put together a plumbing, electrical, and HVAC board for the United States. I think a nationwide certification is good for all of us. So Blackjack M45, I will get down off my soapbox, but yes. Jaime Fuentes says, just learning to install water softeners in Southern California. Would love to expand to plumbing one day. Any advice? Roger, love your videos. Jaime, absolutely. Number one, what I will tell you is that learning to install water softeners is going to teach you the piping and hopefully making it look good and doing it right. There's companies out in California, after you get good at that, you can call that would hire you. I know plumbing companies out in California that do great. So got a great opportunity. And I say, guys, I got about 8 minutes left. Do me a favor and please don't ask any more questions in the comments. I'm going to try to scroll through these last ones pretty quick and get this done so I can get out of here. I've still got work to do before I go home because I've been out so much. So anyway, are y'all ready for this? Here we go. Mr. Cucumber says, second part to the kitchen extension guy. Unscrewed a cap below my P-trap, attached to kitchen line. Used the shop vac to push whatever it was. Haven't had any problems. Good. No, if you push it out, you should be fine. Jonathan says, I like talking about Thomas Crapper because people always think I'm making his name up, and you're not. Superbolt 96, thank you for showing us a lot of tips and tricks. I'll tell you what, I love what I do, so having the opportunity to do this has been phenomenal. Hannes is still in here. I love it. What is the difference between hard and soft water? Can you put soft water in a copper tube and hard water in PEX? Actually, the piping isn't going to matter. Hard water has a high calcium magnesium content and a high pH number. Soft water is lower. It's not pH number, it's parts per million on hardness. Sorry. Nick M. Roger, fellow business owner here. How do you keep guys motivated, especially when Wendy's is hiring starting at like 18 an hour? I just tell them if they go to work at Wendy's at 18 an hour, that's pretty much where they're going to be forever. At least with me, I can show them how they can get up to $100,000 a year. Dylan says, yeah, I'm on hard worker, fast learner. Good for you. Lawrence, how often should I drain and flush my water heater? Every year. Longhorns couldn't get the W, maybe next year. Jonathan, you're not my friend anymore. I might have to try to remember to block you. Mr. Cucumber, I was afraid it'd blow out the line with the shop vac. Yeah, and it can. SDG Gaming says, been following from Australia for a long while. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Sniper Bolt 96. Don't get that. .5. And it jumped on me again. Dylan says, I did 2 years working under my dad. That is a general contractor. California, Arizona. You can still use that to get your license if you'll get somebody signed off on all the work. No, I have not flooded the basement. Josh Dean, I'm glad you love my videos. I do too. And actually, we got a video. This is Monday, so we got one coming up here in about 30 minutes. And see, man, here I was so happy. You looked down a while ago, had 99 thumbs up and 0 thumbs down, and now I've got a thumbs down. Come on, people. Elastic Music says, hey, Roger, school offers a 100-hour project. Interested in pursuing the HVAC and plumbing. What kind of skills would you recommend learning? Look, learn anything you can, but basically, and yeah, those of y'all giving me thumbs down now, thanks a lot. You can leave. I'm joking. Charles King says, why? Look, learn anything you can about the trades. Learn tools, learn studying, learn blueprints, learn drafting. Anything in construction will help you. Charles King, what software does your company use? Is it Service Line or Service Line? Watched your video, couldn't tell what the name was. We're looking at going to Service Line. We were. Now we're looking at Service Titan. Right now we use Invoice ASAP, and we love it. It's very easy to use. So I hope that helps. So Line, L-I-N-E. Josh Saboteur flooded my basement a couple of weeks ago. That is not good. Luis Ariano says, is it possible to acquire the hours required for the tradesman license within a year? No. It takes you about 2 years to get your tradesman and 4 years to get your journeyman. SD Gaming Boy flushed a whole toilet roll down the toilet. It was a fun afternoon. Absolutely. Yeah. What's better? He says electrical, and I knew he would. And that's it. Do what works best for you. All right, guys. No more questions. I'm getting towards the end. I know it. Yes. Hello. How are you? Money does not equal happiness. Amen. Thomas Curl says, does your company have standard practices for routine tasks? Yes. You better have. Every company better have. Carlos Perez says, I'm a plumber out of Aledo and headed to my last job listening to this live. Thanks for the inspiration. Carlos, number one, thank you for being here. I appreciate you jumping in, especially while you're out working, bud. Josh Dean says, looking to get into the building industry. Look, the trades are a great place to get in and learn and grow. Your Lordship says, any tips on finding a good apprenticeship? Yeah, don't just go looking for a job, look for a career, but interview the company. When they come around to you and ask if you have questions, find out about them. See if it's a place you want to work at. But you've got to ask those questions. Jordan McGill says, started my apprenticeship a month ago. I don't think my coworkers like me. I have a learning disability and I have asthma, so I'm slow in both ways. What should I do? Jordan, number one, you need to communicate with them and let them know why you're slowing down, why you're not moving as fast or whatever the problem is. Asthma, you may not want to be on a construction site. There's normally a lot of dust, a lot of problems there. A learning disability, I don't think anybody's got a learning disability. If you want to learn anything bad enough, you can. You learn to read and write, so you can learn plumbing. You can learn anything you want to learn. Don't ever limit yourself thinking you have a learning disability, that somebody else putting a brand on you. Man up, you got this. Plumbing's easy. Anybody, I'm telling you, anybody can learn it. Just, it's going to take you, if it takes you a little longer, it takes you a little longer. Start studying now and learning to be the best, and always try to be. And don't let anybody ever tell you you have a learning disability. Brian Blakey, greetings from Calgary, Canada. I have older gas-fired water heater tank that doesn't seem to hold temperature. Is that normal? If it's older, yeah, it starts filling up with calcium and magnesium. How hard is your water? That's what we were talking about earlier. It gets in there and fills it up, and it can lead to problems. Brian Blakey says, greetings from Calgary. Oh, that's the one I just read. Sorry about that. Alex Coyne, I like watching college football. That's about it. All right. Are there any more benefits to install the shower equipment in the wall instead of on the wall? In the wall is just what we've always done because it's more aesthetically pleasing. It looks nicer. If I'd let you know that you're popular all the way here in Australia, my partner absolutely adores you. So Fala Boonstoppel, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I definitely appreciate you taking the time to leave a comment like that. Michael Strain, can you do a video on the hardest job? Oh, it's hard to do that because, the job's already done. I'm not around anymore, and I don't have any video from it. It's been a while back, but I've done some hard jobs. Jacob says, always remember if you want to get into the trades, you need to take care of your body, maintain a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do. Love your videos. Just gave you a thumbs down to help keep you humble. See, doesn't surprise me at all. So the good thing is Sprung Unicorn, you can change it. Dustin Santos, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Joe Messias, I got my additional class, D36 Plumbing, in the mail today. Good for you. Christian 210 says, my college got approval to be able to take the journeyman's. Oh, colleague, yes. Ms. Tess, when graduating with a construction management and plumbing. Good for you. Kona in the house, already graduated high school, college degree, IT. Shows how can I start shifting over to the trades? Well, number one, you may not make as much money right now, but I think you will in the long run. I think it'd be worth it. Got that. Man, here in Texas, we don't need either one, so I'm really not sure what to tell you there. Can you please do some more prank call vids? I'll tell you what, we had fun doing that. One of my sponsors didn't like it very much, but I got to tell you, we had a good time. She says, how does one get started in plumbing at the prime young age of 35? Just like everybody else does. Start calling around, looking around, finding the right company. Ivar Bone Thug says, I have an apprentice interview for the Houston Plumbers 68 and advise how to prepare. Yeah, remember those people are looking for something, figure out what that is, and become the person that they're looking for. Think about it and make sure that you're looking for the same things. Real Life Super Mario right here. Yes, I am. Well, maybe not really, but I appreciate it. And what a way to end. Brian Blakey says, thanks so much. We'll get it checked. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this today. If you did and you hadn't yet, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on this video. Ring the bell. Share this video with somebody that you know that maybe should get into the trades because it could do wonderful things for them. And hopefully that works. I have to go back here and do this. Hopefully that works. And now I got to go do this one. Getting into the trades is phenomenal. And if you know somebody that could use a career change, that could help them better their life, this could be wonderful. So anyway, guys, thank you all for being here today. We've got a video coming up here in 10 minutes. Please hang around, check it out, and hopefully, yeah, give me a thumbs up there. Subscribe and ring the bell if you hadn't done it yet. Check out this video in 10 minutes and share it. All right, guys. Thank you and have a great day. I'm Roger. I hope you learned a lot because that's what I try to do. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.